Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do the first cleaning on this brand new Roborock Saros 10R. So I just did a video where I did the unboxing. I show you how to connect it to the app. We mapped our house. I go through every single setting in the app. There's quite a few settings. I'm going to show you some of my best ones, but now this is the first look. Now it's, it's not the detailed review. I'm just so excited to start playing around with it. And I want to show and share with you. We're going to do some threshold testing. I've got some chairs with some U-shaped legs. Some people have been recommending some different things to test. So pretty excited about this Saros. Now I did buy this with my own money and I wasn't paid for this video. I did spend $1,400 on this robot. It's retailing for $1,600. They do have a $200 off coupon. I'll put a link to it right underneath the show description notes. If you purchase it using my link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to buy these robots. There's the Dream X50, Roborock Edge, and give you my honest opinion on these. Now before we get started, there's one setting I've been debating on this one, and I think it's important to do. It's under floor cleaning settings. I've left most everything the default. Carpet cleaning. Now leave it on rise, that's fine, but this one's not on, and I'm going to turn it on. It will only remove, because this one can remove the mop pads, kind of like Dream has been doing for a while. But Roborock just started doing it, but it will only remove the mop pads and leave them at the base station if this is on. So I do recommend doing that. And I just mapped the house. It doesn't show where all the carpet is. So the first thing I recommend is doing a full vacuum of your entire house, not the smart plan because it'll mop and everything, which will take longer and use a lot of water, but do a full vacuum on your house. That way that sensor that's on the bottom of the robot will identify where all the carpet is on your map. So yeah, let's talk about the base station real quick. Dirty water tank, clean water tank. It seems small, but I don't know if it necessarily is. It's got like a glass front, which is super cool. Dustbin, it's going to vacuum out everything the robot vacuums up. It does have a solution tank. Disappointed the box doesn't come with any solution, so you got to buy the Roborock solution. It does use the solution to clean the mop pads, and it puts it in the internal water tank, so that's kind of neat. This just snaps on. The robot itself is slim, 3 inches tall, 3.1/8 inches tall. Here's the dustbin. Here's the dustbin. Nice big, large dustbin. This is just going to be a really quick look over. It's got a brand new docking station. These wiper arms. Again, it can leave the mop pads at the base station. It auto empties, charges, refills. Again, no top spinning LiDAR, but it does have LiDAR technology. Here's the mop pads. It can somehow remove these. It can move them to the side. It's got a side brush it can put in the corner. Carpet sensor. There's this sensor, I don't know exactly what it is. Here's your fall off sensors. It's got the double brush, so the hairs, if they won't wrap around the roller, they should go to the center and get sucked in. I think that generally works pretty good. Yeah, so again, no top spinning LiDAR. It does have sensors on the front, the LiDAR, and it can take pictures and video.
Start vacuuming the selected rows.
Okay, I told it to start vacuuming. It's going to remove those mop pads. Now for Roborock, this is new. Dream's been doing it for a while. Okay, it did it. Super cool. It's already trying to take a shortcut that's like, but again, it gets smarter as it goes. So it just tried to go that way and it can't. But I did put some coffee in the corners. We're going to do, I'm calling this the corner testing. This room was specifically designed for corner testing. I don't have anything around. And I can put everything in the corners. I got some carpet here, floor registers. Okay, so there's the carpet boost. When it's on carpet, the default, it will boost suction, so it is kind of louder when it's on carpet. It did detect that cable right there. Yeah, there it came down off of carpet boost. We did get a not a notification, but a little pop-up saying, oh, it said pet waste. No, that's not pet waste. Earlier I got a little pop-up that there was a cord there, but now that one went away, so I don't know. There's a cord. Yeah, it saw, there was me. So the obstacle avoidance is working. Again, it's telling me where the carpet is exactly. That'll get updated. It does stop spinning the side brush when it's on carpet, so. It should be spinning the side brush now. I've got it in vacuum only. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. All right, did leave a little bit. Probably could increase the suction level, but not too bad considering the first time using it. Yeah, there's the corner test. And now it's just going to go back and forth and get the coffee, hopefully. Now, I did bring some coffee with it. And again, I always recommend having the setting vacuum your area first and then go and vacuum and mop. It does seem to be, because like this big mess, the mop pads would have kind of picked up quite a bit of that coffee and dirt. So it takes longer. I mean, and it may not get it all done right away because it's going to use more battery, but let's see if I can increase. Okay, I can go to max. Yeah, a little better job. Yeah, it didn't leave quite as much behind that time. Yep, it's doing a better job with higher suction. And for not having top spinning LiDAR, it's got a pretty good cleaning pattern. That front facing LiDAR, and there's a sensor in the back. They don't talk a whole lot about the navigation now. With the spinning LiDAR, it was just easy to figure out. It had the spinning and it was shooting and reflecting. But this one, they're just, I think they're calling it Starlight. And they're not saying a whole lot about it. Yeah, actually, pretty good job. It doesn't get absolutely everything, but... Yep, pretty cool cleaning pattern there. Ooh, that's cool. That's a pretty low piece of furniture. It handled it like no problem. That's going to be an amazing test, because that was like perfectly 3 1/8 inches tall. Wow. It is handling it like a pro. Look at that. Wow. And this is exactly 3.5 inches tall from the floor. And it handled it. The vacuum is 3 1/8 inches tall. And it handled it like no problem. Like, I got this. And I really like, say you're in a room and it's bothering you, you can say skip area. So it's leaving this room and going to the next one. All right, first true carpet test. I don't think the side brush is going to spin. Well, maybe it is. It seems to be having problems. But don't hold it accountable yet, because there is a setting, I think, to raise I gotta look into it more, but it can raise the robot up when it's on thick carpet, so just hold fast. And again, we'll learn more about this. Don't go into the settings quite yet. Let it vacuum your house. Even if it does struggle on this thicker carpet, vacuum your entire house so it knows where the carpet is. Okay, yeah, it's lifting. Okay, so it's considering that carpet thick and it's lifting the, I'll catch it, but it's lifting the side brush. It didn't like me getting close to it. Interestingly enough, it identified I got the fake poop. It identified it like pretty far away. Yeah, it identified that fake poop pretty far away. Usually, this is pretty cool. Now, I know this isn't the U shape. I've got a U shape that's an actual U shape bar stool coming. But I had somebody say they wanted these bar leg furnitures that robots can tend to get trapped on. And I think that's a great idea. But I could see how the ones that are actual U-shaped, where if it goes in and it can't get out. All right, it handled that pretty good. Yeah, it's not gonna extend that side brush right now. It thinks that carpet is thick. I gotta do some research. Roborock, the edge has a setting, the Roborock Q-Revo Edge, where you can tell it when it's on this thicker carpet to lift. I don't quite understand it yet. I gotta learn more. There's just so much about these things. If somebody knows, let me know in the comments what's your opinion of why this side brush isn't spinning. I think I did see it lift. Again, just so hard to keep up with. Been reading and reading and reading. Now it's going to lower it. And this is what the first look, I learned by doing. And I just want you to join me for the journey. It's not a exact detail of exactly however there. It lowered it. I heard it. I heard like a motor. And now it's got the side brush spinning. The floor register doesn't like, it's avoiding it, which is good. It dusted it for you though. I like that it gets right next to the cabinets. Yes. That's important. Of course, I say that and then it comes over here. But I think earlier it started there, so yeah. So it's avoiding that. That's pretty hard to, that's a low fake dog poop and it's brown on brown. So that can be pretty hard for some robots to recognize with their cameras. Now, sometimes when you have a big contrast like this, I think it's a little easier, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing. Oh yeah, it sees it. Oh, I forgot to get the, I'll get it. I forgot to get there, it lifted it. So it's lifting. I gotta dive into the settings some more. Ow. Takes a while before it starts spinning again. All right, my number one priority is to get the side brush. It's really recognizing that and staying away from it. That's good. Yep, good. It's saying I'm really staying away from it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it lifted it. Yeah, it lifts it and then stows it. So it's pretty smart. It can lift the side brush and then rotate the bristles. Yeah, it's doing a good job with that furniture. It even recognizes this furniture. Easily trapped furniture. I'm glad I got that. Thank you, whoever recommended that. You may, okay, that's awesome. Like it knows that's a U-shaped chair. These things are just getting so smart. All right, we're gonna do threshold testing. It says it can do 4 millimeter, which is 1.57 inches. I've got this text fixture that, you know, I got a cutout. So it's not being raised up by the carpet or anything. It's sitting flush. And this one's not quite 1.57 inches. It's right at 1.5 inches. So this should be good. Now I can, you know, that's it. It is a 2-step, which should be easier for. I do have one that's 2 pieces thick I can do, but the edge couldn't do it. But we'll see. We're gonna test. Okay, we're gonna be trying the threshold. Now I told it in the mapping that there's a threshold there. I had to, it's doing the same thing the edge did. It's tilting its body. See that tilt is just not very high. It's only like one of those pieces of wood high. Like I could see it doing 1 piece of wood, but not 2. Now it's gonna, okay, there, it really lifted it. Yeah, see. Yeah, it's gonna try the edge would lift both the wheels and the front wheel. There, I think that's it, yeah. No, yeah, they're really claiming 4 centimeters, which is 1.57 inches. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's 1.5 inches, and it's not going to do it. I see how they're trying it. They're tilting, which, again, it definitely could do one of those pieces of wood, which is 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to say the threshold is 3/4. Because it's going to give up here in just a little bit. It tries for a while and then it... Now, you want to see something fun? The X... Look at my Instagram account. I just did a bunch of videos of the X50 and it's like... It can do almost another inch on top of that. And it can do it because it's got little arms that come down and push it over. It's so cool. Yeah.
Unable to reach the target. Returning to the dock.
All right. So we're going to check the auto empty system. Let's pause it.
Pause.
Let's check. Yeah, it picked up all that coffee.
Dustbin installed. Continue returning to dock.
And again, there's the mop pads. It's got some technology. They're calling this the Dock 4.0. It does have a dirt detect sensor, which we haven't done any. We're going to do mopping. But when it washes the mop pads, when it sucks the water up into the dirty water tank, there's a sensor. If it senses that water's too dirty, it's going to tell the robot, hey, wherever you just came from, go remop it. It was too dirty. That's called a remopping event. I would think the auto empty would work. Here it goes. Yeah, I don't know what all that is. I think it reattached the mop pads. I wonder why we didn't get an auto empty event. Maybe we will. It's thinking. Nope. Now that could be just me playing around with it. I told it to stop and go to another room. And yeah, see, there's where I added the threshold in the previous video. And I added the threshold in the mapping. So let's just empty it.
Emptying dustbin.
Yep, that's pretty soft. Pretty, not super loud. Okay, yeah. I need to learn more about this, but I did get a pop-up, and this is important. High-profile carpets detected. It is recommended. This setting is only for the carpeted carpet. That's neat. Rise. Yeah, I had it on rise. Carpet boost. Vacuum first. Oh. Raise body to clean carpet. That's what I saw on the edge, which I was unfamiliar with. When the robot prioritizes vacuuming the carpeted area, it will raise the body to improve the cleaning performance on the high-profile carpet. So I need to select that. I didn't see that earlier. Maybe if I go in and add carpet, again, there's so much. So that's the high-profile carpet, which it hasn't recognized all of it yet. And then this furniture, I know it wants to place furniture. I haven't messed with that yet. Okay, let's do a smart AI on the corner test.
Starting selective room cleaning.
This is the first mop wash. It's going to wash the mop pads. That does two things: gets them clean, but it also gets them wet so that it can start mopping right away. And we get an indication that it's washing. You're going to hear a series of pumps kick on. The dirty water pump, when it sucks the water out, is the loudest. But you'll hear the mop pads spinning at different speeds. And you'll also hear the robot filling up. Right now, I think it's filling the robot. But again, there's an internal water tank inside the robot, and it can spray water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet. And we've got a big area. We got a lot of mess. Now, we should get a remopping event, but it's going to capture that mud, go back, wash it off. The base station should say, oh, that water was too dirty, go remop this area. But first we're going to do this. I did put some more dirt and debris, even though it's going to be mopping, just to show you. Again, in theory, you should vacuum first and then mop this area. So far, this is actually a pretty quiet mop washing. There's the dirty water pump kicking on. I need to measure these tanks. They seem small, and that makes me nervous, considering how much water I'm always emptying and filling tanks. And the app shows these neat little symbols. That's the dock station. It shows you it washing. It's got different symbols for drying.
Washed. Resuming cleaning.
Okay, it reinstalled the mop pads. There's the base station. Now it's going to travel to this other room first. Mop pads are lifted. Yeah, sometimes that side brush struggles. Roborock Saros 10R. That's doing an okay job in the corner. That's a pretty big challenge for it. Now, even though it left this middle part, it should come back and get it. Wow, it extends the side brush and the mop. It's raising the side brush also. Now, this isn't super high carpet. Huh. Pretty nice. That sweeper got right next to the carpet. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to do. I'm super excited to see what it does. The anticipation. Oh, I can't wait. What's it gonna do? Okay. Which we expect that. That's smearing. That's the whole idea behind those mop pads. It has to capture that dirt. I didn't know if the sensors on the front would sense that dirt or something. I do have it turned on to where if the robot senses dirt, it's supposed to remop, but we'll see. Now, we're hoping for a remopping event. This is not finished, hopefully. And this will be all automatic. You got some mud in the crevice. And again, this is luxury vinyl plank flooring. I get this question a lot. These are not going to work super well with big grout lines. The flatter the surface, the better. Now, interestingly enough, I think it should be done, but it's not showing done yet. Now, is this the robot saying to remop? I don't think so. I think it's going to say done.
Returning to dock.
Yeah, so it only did one pass. The robot didn't tell it to remop. It looks like the job is done, but hopefully the dock is going to say nope. And we'll do some more testing. I'm going to start testing mud up next to the wall. Now again, this dock, it's going to wash the mop pad. And this is true even if you were doing your whole house. If the first room it cleans, if you've got it set on time or room, and it washes the mop pads and it senses too much dirt, before it cleans the rest of the house, it will go remop, I think. Or is that called the second cleaning? I think it'll definitely remop it. I just don't know if it does it at the end of the job or the beginning, I think it does it right after that job, but don't quote me. Docking looks good. Now again, the reason I thought the job was done because that circle was finished. But it doesn't know yet to do a remopping, but hopefully it's gonna sense that water being sucked up into the dirty water tank was dirty, because those mop pads captured the dirt. They brought it back to the base station. Now it's being washed off. They're being spun. Hot water's being thrown on them. And then the dirty water's being sucked up. Right now it's being sucked up. Yeah, we can't see it. It took a picture of me. It saw me as an obstacle, so it doesn't get super high up with the angle. But it's got a pretty good picture it takes. Okay, we're nearing the end, washing the mop. We're hoping for a remopping event.
Emptying dustbin.
All right, it's got to empty the dustbin. All right, the moment of truth.
Self-cleaning completed.
What? Or it didn't do a remopping event. I'm so disappointed. I'm pretty sure I've got it on. It's in the dock settings. Yeah, I'm so disappointed. Okay, we got to go. There's just so many settings. Well, I bumped mine up to 20 minutes because of the smart sensors. Washing mode, smart, room temp, or smart clean. That's the dustbin. Empty mode, drying method duration. You would think it would be under dock settings. All right, floor settings. Now this is the one I need clarification. So under floor settings, when a dirty area is detected during mopping, robot will return to the dock for mop washing and double mop after. Now I had that on, it didn't do it. But there's another one. Now I on purpose didn't turn these AI laboratory ones on. I've had problems with this deep cleaning for heavy dirt and stains. They don't explain this enough. I think for me to start using those, I want more explanation. Okay, I can't find it, but there's the 4 centimeter double layer threshold, which I tried to test, which it couldn't do. Okay, here's the intelligent dirt I think that was the only setting was 1. I thought there was 2. Okay, there's the sensor I'm telling you about. During mop washing, detection runs to determine how much dirty the mop is. So maybe it doesn't have enough information. If heavily soiled, it remops automatically. I would have thought it would have done a remopping event. That was pretty dirty. But maybe it needs more. Maybe it's got so much sensors involved. It's got to see, well, what's normally, how dirty is the water? I don't know. Yeah, let me know if I'm missing something. But I thought it would have been in dock settings. Smart clean. Well, it's not in any of these. It's in floor settings. And it's this one, which the way this makes it sound like the robot senses the dirt with its cameras and it'll go back and remop. It's not saying, well, I guess during mopping. Okay. During mopping is when it's cleaning its mop brush. Okay, I see. Again, more information. These are such advanced features. I learned from people telling me, like, I have a big, people leave a lot of comments, which I'm so thankful for. And I'm the reciprocal of that. I learned these, I would not be able to learn these on my own. People tell me so much great information, and I think that's because we're all kind of like, now some people do know these like the back of their hand, but we're all, like, I'm learning from people telling me what they know, like, oh, I know this setting really well, and I know this, and I know that. You know, I think that's telling us that these things are lacking a lot of description. Like, I could go all day on the manual. They've got to get away from this. This is so old-fashioned. I mean, it's detailed and it's like engineering level, like A1, A3, and these parts and all of this, which maybe they're trying to say, I don't know. In the manual, it's got some things in it, but to me, it needs to be more descriptive on you know, they're lacking in these describing these settings. And thankfully, I've got enough robots where I've learned a lot of the settings, and I've learned from people leaving comments. But man, how intimidating would this be if this was your first time setting up? That's why I've got the setup video. In the setup video, I go through each setting. I tell you what my recommended settings are, what to turn on, what to turn off. I think that's going to be super important. And that's because I'm learning from people leaving comments and helping me. So you're helping me and I'm helping other people. But again, there's only one. I thought there was 2. Maybe I'm getting crossed with the Dream. I think the Dream has 2 settings, one for the dock and one for the robot. But there's the fan. And what's interesting, they got a setting now. You can change when the hot air dryer comes on, which I love that fact. So this is right by my desk, and say, oh, I leave at 10 o'clock at night. Turn that drying fan on at 10 o'clock at night. I like that. It's not super loud, but you're going to notice there's a fan running. Let me turn it off and you'll notice.
Drying stopped.
Yeah, it's actually pretty quiet when it's not running. So they do give you levels, you know, these things just run out of water all the time. But let's do a wall test. I got some more dirt. And another thing, it said it had 30 levels of water. I only see 3. Maybe it's when it's in Smart Plan. I don't know. Again, they don't tell us. They just want us to trust Smart Plan. I don't mind that, but let's do vacuum and mop. Let's do something different. Maybe we'll get a remopping event, but you would think the remopping would be in the Smart Plan. Typically, I think the remopping doesn't occur when you're not using the Smart Plan, but reinstalling the mop cloth mounts. I didn't hear it, but it must have done it. Now it's room cleaning. I mean, maybe there wasn't that much dirt and mud in there. I don't know. Yeah, the water is pretty clean. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't enough for an event. But we got a lot of mud here we're going to see. All right, we got some smearing. It's capturing the mud. Maybe it just smeared it too much around the room. I mean, I'm not going to make too many excuses for it because it should work. Because the X40, the other Roborocks, the Q Revo, the Curve, it works. So I'm not going to make too many excuses for it. It needs to work. Because, you know, now there's the floor register. It kind of ran over that one. This is dried on a little bit more, so it definitely needs to do a remopping event. Now, if I knew this room was dirty, I could have told it to clean twice. Ran right over that register. But now it's picking up the mop pads. You see how it stops the brush before it gets to the corner? I don't know what that's about. Now, it didn't do it there. All right. It did do a little bit better job. It's definitely getting a lot of it. Like 2 levels, smear, not as much, and more clean. I had some salt on the ground there. I had a snowstorm last night. I had to salt the sidewalk. That'll be a good test, salt. I know, my foot's in the way. There's that salt. Well, not bad. Oh, I had the water flow. I'm gonna go maximum water flow. I had it on minimum water flow. Maybe that'll make a difference. Again, with the smart plan, it figures it out. They don't tell us how. I wish they would. They do not like, I mean, these things are doing such, these things are so advanced. I mean, I don't like learning by doing. I mean, it's fun, but I'd rather read about it and then kind of like verify. Like, tell me, what does the smart AI do? What are its requirements? What's it looking for? You know, I mean, I could possibly help it. You know, we did get quite a bit of smearing here. I got the water. So this is interesting. I've got the water up higher now. You do tend to get more smearing. Okay, that makes sense, maybe. Yeah, we seem to get a little bit more smearing with the water flow. I'm learning something. Some floor registers it likes, some it doesn't. Okay, we're hoping for a remopping event. It's going to go back to the base station, wash the mop pads with hot water, and there's going to be a sensor in the dock that's going to monitor that water going up to the dirty water tank, and we're hoping that it was too dirty. Okay, I want to check. How dirty was that dirty water tank? That's pretty dirty. Oh, okay, I gotta hurry up. That should, in my opinion, should have been a remopping event. All right, I got everything installed. Yep. All right, let's
pause.
Those mop pads are pretty dirty. They had to capture the dirt.
Continue returning.
Okay, it's getting towards the end. It's been about 2 minutes washing them up. It spins them at a higher rate. Try to spin some of the water off, I guess.
Emptying dustbin.
Okay, moment of truth.
Mop washed. Resuming clean.
Yes, we got a remopping event. Now, hopefully it's going to say remopping. Yeah, it does. It says remopping. Okay, it's working. Good. We got a remopping event. All right. Oh, and this is another thing. It doesn't do the edges. It only does the center of the room on a remopping event, and it doesn't vacuum. So I guess I'm okay with it not vacuuming, considering it already vacuumed. But it seems like it wouldn't hurt. But why not do the edges? I think Dream does the edges. I am glad to see it do a perpendicular pattern. And as far as I know, it's only going to do one remopping event. I think this time when it goes back, it's not going to monitor how dirty it is. But don't quote me on that. Now, Narwhal will. Narwhal, Frio Z, I've had it go back and remop my kitchen 4 times in a row. It's like, nope, the water's still dirty. Going back to remop. Now, you'll use a lot of water. But I kind of like that. Especially, I want that if I've got the auto refill system. So for a robot that has the auto refill, like I got over here, that's the Dream X50. It empties itself and fills itself. I definitely want it to mop as many times as it takes, because then it's doing all the work for you. If it's only going to do it one extra time, I mean, that's great. And see, it didn't do that because that was considered the edge. I had this room divided right here. And it's not going to do over there either. So that's, you know. And you can see it would have gotten it. So the remopping's actually doing a really good job. Wow. Yeah. That's excellent for a remopping. While it's still wet, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some dirt. You know, it's not perfectly clean, but it's better.
Finished cleaning. Returning to dock.
Yep, it didn't do the sides, which that's the older ones don't clean the sides either when they remop. So, okay, so just as I suspected, it did not do a remopping. After the second mop, it's just done. But I want to show you something really cool. We're going to do
Starting zone cleaning.
This is amazing what it does. So this might be one of the reasons you get it. This is only 3.5. It's just under 3.5 inches. About 3 1/4, 3 3/8. But watch, this thing goes under it like it's like, no problem here. So that's the reason why you might be getting this, is for the low profile. Now it's going to avoid those wheels. I mean, look at that. That is pretty amazing. It's like, no problem here. That's why they're doing away with spinning LiDAR. That's pretty cool. There's the edge. There's the spinning LiDAR that does not. Dream tried something different. They move it up and down, which I don't think works the best. I think this is the. This is pretty good technology for mapping and obstacle avoidance. For not having spinning LiDAR on top. This is pretty incredible. I mean, look at that. It didn't even hesitate. It's like, no, I didn't have to do anything in the app or anything. Like, it just did it. And that's why you would get this. I think that's the biggest promotion, is low profile. So that maybe I should have led with that, because that's the main reason you would get this, I think, is for that slimness. But maybe that's going to be the future. And I did not even have to do anything in the app to tell it that there was a low profile area here. In the Dream app, it'll go under it, but then it wants you to later say, yeah, that verify that's a low profile area or something. And there's a couple settings for low. I like that this just goes under there. It doesn't even ask. The Dream has different settings for the low profile area, and it's taller than this. Yeah, they didn't simply just take the spinning LiDAR off the top. They actually made it thinner, where the Dream X50, they just have the LiDAR go up and down, which it's still thicker than this one. Well, let me know what you think of this first look. I think this is going to be a new format. Definitely the setup video where I go through all the settings. And again, I do appreciate if you leave comments. If you know those settings a little bit better than me, which I don't claim to be an expert on them, let me know in the comments down below what settings that I got wrong or that are even more involved than I was saying. Leave them in the comments. I'll definitely incorporate them in the next video. What did you think of the first look? I have fun with these, so I want to have, this is a fun video. It's not, I will do the super detailed review, even that'll be super long, but I think you can get, if you're thinking about getting this pretty quick, you could kind of get an idea of how this is going to be a pretty cool robot, what to expect. So maybe, I definitely need to do the reviews, give it a score. I do appreciate everybody's support. Again, bought it with my own money. I do appreciate the support using the links underneath my YouTube video. If you use those, the products don't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. And again, are the words matching my lips? I'm looking at the video and the words aren't matching my lips. So I'm sorry. I'm just using my phone. So again, thanks everybody for your support. Looking forward to the new robot vacuum cleaner studio. We're having a lot of fun here testing. I got to do some more low profile testing, but I had a piece of furniture that I didn't even know was going to work. It worked. So anyway, have fun. Thanks everybody. I'm getting all the new ones. I guess I'll have to get the Roborock Saros that's not an R. It's $1,500. My budget's going to be blown again. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. Having a lot of fun with this, and I just appreciate the comments people leave, and look forward to more videos coming soon. So again, thanks. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again.